I specialize in working with couples. I do find that I think most of our struggles are relational struggles. They have to do with past or present relationships with other people, and that affects how we see ourselves and how we engage in the world. There's plenty of research that shows that distress in our primary intimate relationships has pretty big impacts on our physical and mental health. But I don't imagine most of us need to hear anything about research. We know that when we've really struggled, had a lot of distress in our close relationships, that's had a big effect on our work life and on our physical health and on all kinds of things. So I really like working with couples because we really get to work on this core element of our lives that has really dramatic and significant impacts on everything else in our lives. I do what's called emotionally focused couples therapy. I think this is a profound way of developing a relationship as a couple. A lot of us find ourselves stuck in sort of negative patterns of interaction and communication where we're not really connecting on what really matters. We know we're getting stuck in an argument where, what we're arguing about isn't really the thing that matters here. And that can leave us feeling pretty alone and lonely. And I think emotionally focused couples therapy allows us to, connect and communicate both to the other person, but also to receive their communication on the level that really matters, so we can have a deeper and more intimate connection. I also come with I would say, humanistic existential orientation. I take each person to be an expert on their own experience, and so we're working collaboratively to understand what's going on, and I don't come in with a preset sense of who you are and who you're supposed to be and what your relationship's supposed to look like. Well, one thing that comes up a lot is slowing things down. When we're in a more reactive mode, it's really hard to slow down. It's really hard to even see what's going on in our own selves. And so slowing things down allows us to a little bit more clearly feel what we're really feeling, understand why we're being impacted in the way that we are and why we're responding in the way that we are. And then we can start to change those patterns a little bit. And even small changes that can come from slowing things down a bit can have really significant impacts on larger patterns in a relationship. It's really exciting to be there, to see someone, express themselves in a new way, or to access a feeling that they haven't really felt before. I do feel a real privilege to be there with couples who are working hard to improve their relationships, to have a healthier relationship for themselves, for their partners, for their families. I think it's really important to keep in mind that your relationship is that important. It's important enough to really devote some time and energy to, because having a healthy relationship is not just going to have significant impacts on you, but it's going to affect your family and all kinds of people around you. It's also really good to come in earlier rather than later, right? Come in anytime that you're ready, but if possible, coming in earlier means that those negative patterns have less time to sort of solidify, because with more time, most likely they're just going to be a little bit harder to change.